Hi, I'm John Waterhouse, and this is Weekday Wisdom. My question for you today is, does your life grow good corn? My Native American teacher, Will Rockingbear, used to ask that question of those of us who sat in Wisdom Circle with him, as Barbara and I did for many years. Many indigenous cultures revere corn as a sacred plant because it nurtures the people. There's a specific place on the Cherokee altar for cornmeal. Cornmeal is also used in many sacred ceremonies, and there's a native tradition of burning any remaining corn from the previous year's harvest when the new corn comes in the fall, to demonstrate that people can trust the divine and abundant supply that is theirs. I've always believed that Rockingbear's question to me was asking if my life was nurturing others. I believe that I do, but it's also important for me to not take that for granted as I question myself. Is that still the truth of my life? Is my life growing good corn? So there's not a lot I know about actually growing corn, but I do know that it does take some knowledge, some awareness of the corn and how the corn works for the planting of it and the successful harvesting of it to happen. And to demonstrate that, I want to offer a story. It's a story about a Nebraskan farmer who was known for his award-winning corn. Each year he would enter the corn in the Nebraska State Fair, and for many years he was the perennial blue ribbon winner. After one of those blue ribbon wins, a newspaper reporter asked the farmer what his secret was. The farmer replied that there was no secret. He just shared his seed corn with his neighbors. The puzzled reporter then asked him, how can you afford to share your best seed corn with your neighbors when they're entering the same competition as you? Why, sir, don't you know? He replied. The wind picks up the pollen from the tassels of the corn stalks and swirls it in the air from cornfield to cornfield. If my neighbors grow inferior corn, cross-pollination will steadily degrade the quality of my corn. So if I'm to grow good corn, I have to help my neighbors grow good corn too. You might ask, why didn't his neighbors have the same quality corn he had? And although it's not part of the story that I heard, I imagine that that's because they didn't share the same quality of corn seed with their neighbors. This particular farmer understood the interconnectedness of life. His corn couldn't be the highest quality unless his neighbor's corn were the same high quality. This is the way life works. And those of us who choose to be at peace must support our neighbors in being at peace. Those of us who live well must support others in living well, for the value of our lives is measured and influenced by the lives of those we touch. And those who choose to be happy must support the happiness of others, for the welfare of each is connected to the welfare of all. Our lesson is to know that we are to grow good corn. If we are to grow good corn, we must also support our neighbors in growing good corn. So I invite you to ask yourself this question from time to time. Does your life grow good corn? This may be a way for you to actually know that your life is being what it is meant to be, that you are living the life that you are meant to live. And I'm trusting that is true for you and that it's true for me. Have a fantastic day.